what if there was a way you could get almost any kind of knowledge as you wanted? Whether it be about a culture, about a science, even about other people. Well, there is a way. In fact, there's a creature that will be more willing to help you than you think. And the catch? Actually, there really isn't one, which is really surprising with this Will It Kill Me? Though I think today I might change the name to Will It Serve Me? Because today we're going to be trying to summon what's called a Watcher. Now, this ritual is actually pretty interesting because it's one of the very few that does not have crazy, creepy, deathly, insane consequences if you fail at it, or do something random wrong, or it's just if you do it in general. But if you do it correctly, you'll get what's called a Watcher to be your loyal follower. Now, you're probably wondering, what's a Watcher? Well, according to the story, it's a little creature about 3 feet tall with spindly limbs, gray skin, with no face, but just the eyes that are black with red pupils there. Now I have to say, that looks pretty creepy. It really sounds pretty creepy to me. But this little guy apparently is going to be your best friend. And you're probably wondering why I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in this field. Well, that is where you summon him. I'm going to show you how to do that right now as we attempt to see if I can get myself a Watcher. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is go to an open field at dusk. As you can see, it is dusk right now. It's a little bit dark, that's why I have the infrared going. And it should be a large field, but not one for using crops. Then you're going to want to make a mound of dirt about as big as your hand. It's going to probably take me a second to do this because it's a little hard here. Alright, I'm pretty sure you can see it right here, but this is our little mound of dirt that I made. Now, once you have your mound of dirt, you're going to plant, and I mean plant, a doll's eye. Kind of odd for this, but that's what you got to do. It says to plant like a seed, so it's just going to go right in there. And the final thing, it requires blood. Like all the fun creepypasta rituals, blood. So, I get to bleed myself for this. Gonna lance it here. Alright, let's do it. There we go. Just a little bit of blood. Let's see if I can squeeze that. Gonna see it forming right there on the tip of my finger. I would not recommend anybody mess around with dirt and blood and all that. Alright. I might actually need a little more. I gotta do it again. There we go. Since it's about a couple drops of blood, we'll do it. Rub it in there. Alright. And that is to tell the Watcher who it's going to be serving. And really, that's it. So, supposedly, if I were to come here tomorrow, there'll be a gray hand sticking up out of this mound like a flower. And again, this is going to sound pretty creepy, but supposedly this Watcher is a good guy. You grab it and pull it out, and then he's your buddy. So, really from here, it's getting dark, and as I said, I'm out in this field in the middle of nowhere. So I think I'm going to go take care of my 2 little pricks, and I'll come back tomorrow and see if my Watcher has, I guess, grown up from the doll's eye that I planted. See you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it is the next day. I'm back at where I buried my doll's eye to see if I can get my watcher. Part of the wind, it gets a little bit of windy out here, so hopefully you guys can understand me and not hear the throughout this entire video. But well, let's not delay. Let's see if I got a gray hand sticking out. Alright, this is actually where I made my little mound here. We marked it with this stick here, so it's pretty easy to get back to the next day. And unfortunately, I don't see a weird, spindly gray hand sticking out of it to grab onto. The eye's still here. Oh, yeah, the doll's eye's still here. Yeah, there it is. Now, one of the things is it's recommended to get there before noon. I wasn't able to do that because I had work today, but I got here as soon as I was able to. And now it does say in the story that eventually it will, like, dig itself out and it'll meet up with you later. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I'll go home now and I'll come across my little creature who's gonna help me out and teach me things. Or it could be just, a really interesting story and that's it. Now, my take on this ritual is I happen to like it because it's different. It's not the usual, oh, you have to do this and that, but if you fail one thing, your soul gets dragged down to hell. But even if you get it, you'll get immense riches, but you'll be forever plagued by some shadowy figure haunting your dreams, or something along those lines. It's one where it's like, it's a nice, simple one, and there's really no ill effect for it. The only ill effect that I've noticed in the story is near the end if you piss off your watcher, and even then it's not that bad. Supposedly, if you don't treat your watcher right, if you don't feed him, if you don't give him a place to sleep, if you don't give him a little bit of time off, he gets cranky with you and starts forgetting little things. Like, you might forget where you put your car keys, forget what you did before, certain things like that, and then you'll have minor nightmares afterward. Nothing too crazy like some of these other stories, but enough that it gets a little weird. And eventually, the memory loss stops, and the nightmares stop. This halt. If that happened, then your watcher has gotten so pissed, he ditched you. And that's it. That's it. That's the worst thing that can happen, is if you piss off the watcher, you get some nightmares, a little bit of memory loss, but then it goes away. Now, unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to have a watcher of my own, but like I said, maybe I'll go home, maybe he'll be chilling on my bed going, hey, what do you need me to do? And then I think I'm going to probably have some fun trying to figure out some new stuff. Anyway, be sure to keep with the channel. We got more Will It Kill Me coming for this season. There's also more narrations, more video game playing. We still got some Oculus games I want to check out, as well as some other new horror games. So please keep with us. Anyway, this is Lupus, and I'm out. Possibly a ghost, possibly a hideous monster, Charman is no longer the man he once was. Now, horribly charred, he's rumored to be covered in black, burnt, peeling skin, wearing little more than charred bandages and supposedly emits a disgusting, burnt smell. He used to